Hello coin collectors out there, welcome back to the Big D Coins channel. Hopefully everyone is having a great day as always. In today's video we are going to be looking at these three Mercury Dimes. We've got them in 5-year increments starting in 1935, 1940, and 1945. At a mint state 65, around $35 for this coin. You might not be familiar with the Mercury Dime. They're no longer making coins that have this design on them. They were replaced with the Roosevelt Dime starting in 1946. And then they also took out the silver from the coin starting in 1965. So no longer making this design or metal composition of the coin. Now in this video we will talk about the design, we'll talk about the value associated with each one of these coins, and we'll also get into some error coins that are known for the 1945 Mercury Dime. But first let's start with the design of this dime right here. On the obverse side we see an allegory of liberty wearing a winged figrum cap, which represents freedom of thought. It's surrounded with the word liberty going across the top side right here, and it's accompanied with the motto, "In God We Trust." We see the date the coin was made, 1935, and we see the engraver's last initial right here. The engraver of the coin was Adolf Alexander Weinman. When we flip it over to the reverse side right here, we see this fasces right here in the center of the coin, and it's mixed in with an olive branch kind of flowing from the left side right here behind it to the right side. Now this represents that the United States is both prepared for war with this fasces right here, but it also desires peace. It's accompanied by the motto E pluribus unum right here, which translates to out of many, one. We also see United States of America going across the top, and one and dime right here, which is the face value of the coin. This coin was made from 1916 to 1945, the design of the coin. And one of the cool features of it is that it's 90% silver, 10% copper. It's a small coin. It only has a weight of it of 2.5 grams. As you can see, it's pretty thin. Not much metal there. So it's got a weight of 2.5 grams, which gives it a current silver melt value of $1.70. However, you wouldn't want to go around melting these coins because even in a condition like this, they are still worth more to coin collectors based on their rarity than just on their metal composition alone. Now, a good rated coin, so that's a coin that's rated good on the coin grading scale. That's given a 4 out of 70, and that goes all the way up to 70 on the coin grading scale. So at a mint state 65, which is a very highly rated coin, that's what's called a gem uncirculated. A G4 rated coin that will have letters in, I'll kind of describe that for you, and then we can look to see if we've got an example of that right here. We'll see the letters and the date are clear, which is what we've got. Lines and band on the fasces are obliterated. So the lines on the reverse side right here are going to be going vertically, and then the bands starting at the top, the middle, and the bottom go across horizontally. So for that 4 rating, the bands would be obliterated. These ones right here, we can see some slight design. So this might get in maybe an 8 out of 70. So we see for the 8 out of 70, half of the sticks are decimated in the fasces, so they're kind of worn out. And so I'd say about what we have right here is about half of these are worn out. So this coin would probably get a rating of about 8 out of 70 associated with it. And so the associated value for that 8 out of 70, so that will be give you a value of $3. So that's approximately what I would say this coin is worth right here. All right, now as far as the mintage of this coin goes, there are 58,830,000 of them that were made. At a mint state 65, it will be worth much more than what we're looking at right here. Get up to around $35 for this coin. Now bringing in the 1940, this one's got a little bit more detail to it. We can see on the obverse side, a little bit more detail in the winged cap up here, but still pretty well worn out, so probably about the same grade. We'll flip it over to the reverse side and see how the fasces is looking. Yeah, so we got a lot more detail in the lines. We can see the horizontal bands have some more detail too, but they are still pretty worn out. This coin right here in 1940, there were 65,350,000 of these that were made, and that's going to decrease the value for mint state 65 to $30 compared to the 35 that we were looking at earlier. All right, now the final in this 3-coin series, and then we'll get into the error coins associated with this one right here, the 1945. So 1945, this is the last year that these coins were produced, and the mintages are rather high. There were 159,130,000 that were made. This will have a value of $30 for that mint state 65 as well. Now, the highest year of production is not this year, 1945, the last year. It's actually the previous year, 1944, in which there are 231,410,000 of them that were produced. Now, I did mention that there are several errors associated with the 1945. I'm just going to flip it over so we can see the reverse design right here. Still got pretty good lines going vertically, but the bands going horizontally are a little bit more worn out. So 1945, the first error to look for is the 1945D repunched mint mark. So there is a secondary D. We'll flip it over for the mint mark. So the mint mark would be located right here if it was made at the Denver Mint. So there would be a secondary D is evident on the northeast of the primary D. So this one right here was made at the Philadelphia Mint, so we don't have that mint mark. There's also another repunch mint mark error associated with the 1945 D, but this one is the first D mint mark was punched into a die horizontally and then corrected. So the mint mark was pressed like this, kind of horizontally first, and then corrected and stamped over properly going vertically. And this one actually has a lot of value associated with it. Out of 40 out of 70, it would be worth $200, all the way up to a mint state 65 for this variety would be worth $850. So there's some significant value because that's such a serious error in the coin to punch the mint mark horizontally and then correct it by punching it vertically. So keep your eye out. If you've got a 1945, flip it over to the reverse side and look for any errors associated with the mint mark on the 1945 Denver Mint. There were also a couple documented for the 1945 San Francisco Mint as well. Let's quickly recap what we looked at today. We looked at this coin right here, 1945, the last year in the Mercury Dimes series. Very high mintage on this coin. We looked at 1940. Kind of a middle year from roughly in our 3-coin series right here. And then we looked at this 1935. All three of these are pretty worn out coins as far as the reverse side goes, so they're not going to get any gem uncirculated condition just based on their wear and tear. All right, everyone, that's all the information that I've got for you in today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you are into coin collecting, please do check out some of the other videos on this channel. Thank you very much, everyone, and best of luck coin collecting out there. Enjoy.